All right, round one, we won the die roll. We'll play first. And yeah, well, I mean, we'll keep this. We're missing the red mana, but we've got some powerful spells in this hand, so I think it's worth keeping. I can also sack Vulturous Haven to itself, worst comes to worst, if I don't draw one of my 1 or 2 drop creatures. All right. Drew something I can cast. Tremoko Warrior. All right. Okay. Red mana there would have been pretty insane. Would have allowed us to dash or Vulturous Haven, but now I guess we're slightly more SOL. Three cards left in my opponent's hand. Got the red mana now, which is good, so what's the plan? I can play Kolaghan Aspirant. I can play Vulturous Haven. I can play Lightning Berserker. I can dash Warbrute. Hmm. So if I play Aven, and my opponent has nothing, I can block Reckless Imp and block a token and take 6 and get a couple things off the board, but that means my opponent has nothing. It seems unlikely that my opponent will have nothing. I can also leave up Coat with Venom and Kolaghan's Command, but I feel like I'm taking too much damage then. I think we just play... I think I play Aven, actually. I'm going to tap out here, which is dangerous, but because of the Kolaghan's Command, I feel slightly safer, I guess, if he has removal. So I think I'm going to take at least Tremoko Warrior and Aspirant. I'm going to block a Reckless Imp and a token. If he has removal, we'll Kolaghan's Command. Okay. Could be worse. Alright. So I guess we're in an okay spot. We get to Kolaghan's Command and play an Aspirant. Although I admit Aspirant doesn't look great on this board. Alternatively, I can cast a Sprinting Warbrute. That's not the worst either. I mean, I'm in kind of a rough shape if I cast Aspirant plus Command anyway. Whereas Warbrute, I get a block. I think I'm just going to cast Warbrute here, because it can block the Dromoka Warrior, and I have a blocker for the Aspirant, maybe. Alright, this isn't that bad, actually. Yeah, this is actually good now. So now I can command getting back Fnatic and cast it, but command's not at its best right now, admittedly. Unfortunately, I don't really have good blockers otherwise. And getting the Fnatic back actually makes sense to me since we're at a bit of a life disadvantage at the moment. Could also make my opponent discard. I mean, he doesn't have lands in his hand. You know what? That instead of dealing the 2 damage, I might actually like that more. I'm going to try that. So let's bring back our Fnatic, which I think at this point I like more than the Warbrute. We'll make him discard. I mean, I don't think he's got land in his hand, right? He's missed land drops. Alright, so we got rid of a creature. We get to play a Fnatic and pass. Okay. Not bad draws. Not bad draws. So I have 6 mana. So I can actually cast Aspirant and Berserker. And I can leave up Coat with Venom, Kindled Fury, or a Sacrifice effect. That's not bad. Let's do that. So I can actually Coat with Venom. But I think I'm just going to allow that. Alright. Well, Tail Slash is not the worst. Let's get that out of the way now, actually, I guess. Maybe we attack first. Alright. Now we'll Tail Slash. Leave up a sack effect and Coat with Venom or Kindled Fury. Alright. Not the worst. Alright, well, looks like we're dead then. Even if I sack the aspirin, I still die. Alright, well, that wasn't great, but these things happen. What do I want to do out of sideboard differently? Guess Vile kills Tarka Efreet. It's not that bad. This kills his dragon fodder, but that doesn't matter that much to me. Duress technically takes care of some combat tricks or stuff like that, but still not really into it. I guess Lose Calm does get worse when he's got tokens, though. Might just have to live with that. All right, let's try this again. This hand's not very good since it's a bunch of lands, but it does have Palace Siege. What are the chances of me just playing 5 turns of lands and Palace Siege winning? I think that's extremely unlikely. I think we're going to have to do better than that to win, to be honest. All right, this is a better hand technically, but it still has some issues. All right, well, if we draw another land, I think our chances of winning are going to go down dramatically. In fact, for each land we draw for the rest of the game, our chances of winning are going to decrease pretty dramatically. Well, that's not bad, actually. I think I dash here. I mean, I get in for 6. Pretty good on turn 3. So I think I just actually attack and play Hand of Silumgar and pass. Alright, that's kind of a bummer so that he had 2 creatures there since we are really low on action, but it's okay. These things happen, so just gotta allow for it when it does happen, I suppose. Let's just cast it and pass. That's a pretty big bummer that our opponent managed to play that many 2-drop creatures. I'm pretty sad about that, but I can't do anything about it. I had to mulligan. I've drawn 6 lands, so it's just one of those. My opponent had a great hand versus my mediocre mulligan, so I don't know what to say about it. I'm upset about it. I'm saddened by it, but it's the way of the game. Not a bad draw there. At least we can take out the Bloodshin Rager, which we have to do. That's actually pretty good. So let's kill the Vault Breaker, bring back Hand of Silumgar. So at least we've drawn in a way that's given us some pretty good value here. Unfortunately, I'm still not in a great position to attack. Maybe I kind of need the first strike here. I'm trying to think if I have to cast collateral damage versus a removal spell. What am I killing of his? I think the Hand of Silumgar, probably because of the Death Touch. Like if I draw a Sprinting Warbrute, I'm going to want to be able to smash in with that comfortably. So I guess versus removal, my target with collateral damage is Hand of Silumgar currently. He only has one black permanent, so this could still be okay. Huh. Well, I think I go like this and like this. This gets rid of his black permanent and eats his Dromoka Warrior. That was a good draw. I mean, not a great draw, but it does actually give me some good collateral damage fodder here. So I can get in for 6. I might actually just get in with the Heel Cutter now that I think about it. I guess I'll take 3. Turn after I use collateral damage. So I can get in for 6. He smashes back for 3. I think my best, honestly, I think my best odds are to get in here for 6 and hope to win on the back of a lose calm next turn. As long as I don't die, of course, but I don't think I've got a bunch of great options here otherwise. Or at the very least, I think this is this is like my best course of winning, in my opinion. Yeah, the Volcanic Rush again. Such a big bummer. All right. Well, that makes me sad inside, but like I said, I still think it was my best course of winning. He could have also just smashed there and played a creature, and then I would have won. So, pretty disappointed with this loss, especially since it was to a deck that's so similar to mine. So, but you have to allow those things to happen. I actually think this game panned out better than I could have hoped for. We actually had a real shot of winning it. It just required him not having a Volcanic Rush there, us drawing slightly more creatures to lands, but like I said, these things happen. You have to accept them when they do. At least we get another couple rounds to play, so hopefully the deck performs better for us in those next couple rounds. We'll see you then.